owe you nothing in this world, but you owe it to yourself. You gotta be the black sheep. If you gotta step out, then step out. Be the black sheep. It's cool. There's really no other nice way to say that. It's the people around you, and you're around and people's mindset. There's nothing wrong with a 9 to 5 if that's what you want to do. But what's up, y'all? It's Jaylis here, and I'm back with another video. If you are new here, then we talk about experiences, personal growth, financial freedom, entrepreneurship, passions, and more. And if you aren't new here, then you already know we about to get into some things. So let go. So what's up, y'all? I'm back. If you read the title, then you already know we're gonna talk about personal growth today. Why we been stagnant, you know, why you feel, if you ever felt like you was stagnant in your life, or why you've been stagnant, and some reasons that it might be happening. I think that it's an important conversation to have. I think that you gotta know some of the things in your life that's triggering some haltage in your life, and in order to do that, you gotta talk about that. So either way, let's get into it. So number one, I just want to say that you got to decide what your path is. You got to know what you want to do. You got to know what you like. You got to know what's going on in your own life. Like, you have to choose to humble yourself first, okay? You got to choose to humble yourself first. And once you humble yourself and know what your strong suits are, what your weaknesses are and everything like that, then you can kind of dig deeper to figure out, why am I stagnant? What's happening? What's happening in my life that I'm so stagnant? And y'all, I'm saying this from personal experience. Like, I have felt stagnant. I have felt stuck. I have felt like, damn, what am I gonna do? Why am I still in this place? Why is the same things happening over and over and over and over and over again? And the reality of it is that you're stagnant for a lot. You can be stagnant for a lot of reasons. A lot of reasons. Number one, who you're around. Who you're around can keep you stagnant. We're gonna touch on all of these things, but I'm gonna just list them off for number one, who you're around. Number two, where you're at. Number three, not knowing your path and not knowing your own moral high grounds. There's so many things that can keep you stagnant. And those are just a few little things that I felt like kept me stagnant. So we're going to touch on them. And hopefully y'all can comment and let me know if y'all ever felt differently or what made y'all feel stagnant. And, then we can talk about that. But these are things that definitely made me feel stagnant in my life. So I just wanted to share and let y'all know, like, these are things that can hold you back, and how you can move from them, and how you can grow from them, and how we can grow together. At the end of the day, as a people, we have to grow together, and we have to choose to push and grow together. Number one, we're going to touch on, who you're around, okay? And I'm saying this from my own experience and my own personal, what was going on in my life. I felt like everybody I was around had a different mindset than me. I felt like everybody I was around didn't believe in the things I believed in. I felt like everybody I was around had a very different outlook on life. Their mindset on life was different. The structure and the system that I felt like they were stuck in was different from what I felt, was different from what I thought, what was different from my everyday, but I want to do this, but I want to do that. You feel what I'm saying? And I think that for a long time, that made me stagnant. That made me stay in a spot that, like, but everybody else around me is doing this, so maybe that's the right way. Maybe I'm doing it wrong. And it takes stepping out of what everybody else is doing. It takes it. It takes stepping out of what everybody else is doing for you to win. It takes stepping out of what everybody else thinks is right for you to decide what you need to do, for you to decide what's right for you, for you to decide what is important to you. It can't be about what everybody else is doing. It can't be about what everybody else's structure is. It got to be about what's important to you. And what is that? What's important to you? So that's the first thing, who you're around and people's mindset. As much as you want to think like, oh, that's their life, this is my life, energy transfers through a lot of things. Your energy will transfer through people. So if people are negative, like really down type of, oh no, it's like you just gotta deal with life, where, oh, you just gotta work the 9 to 5 if that's what you want to do. Like, though, you feel what I'm saying? And like I said, I've said this before, and I've said this in a different video, there's nothing wrong with a 9 to 5 if that's what you want to do, but you got to know that that's your job. You got to know that that's for you. You feel what I'm saying? There are people that are happy in their 9 to 5 because that's what they want to do. If that's not something that you want to do, then you're going to remain stagnant, because you're putting yourself in a path and down a path of something that's not for you. So that's the first thing. You feel what I'm saying? Who you're around can really impact your movement, can impact your day to day, because at the end of the day, you so stuck dealing with the same people, you so stuck dealing with the same stuff, that now you stagnant and can't figure out why you stagnant. It's the people around you. It's literally the people around you. And there's really no other nice way to say that. It's the people around you. And you are going to have to pray for that Rico Suite to come and get everybody out of your life. And whoever you pray to, you better pray to them and say, listen, I need you to remove anybody from my life that's not supposed to be in my life. I need you to remove anybody from my life that's holding me back. I need you to remove anybody from my life that ain't doing me no good. And when it come and start removing people, hope you better pray it's a Rico Suite. You better pray they getting rid of people left and right. You like, damn, like I thought that was the homie. I'm thinking that's the nope. They wasn't there for you. They might have been there for the season that you was in, but they ain't there for the new season of you. You feel what I'm saying? So that's a big reason, especially in my personal life, that I felt stagnant for a long time, because of the people that I was around. And that's not to say these is bad people. That's not to say that these are people that want bad for you. But when people's goals and lives and wants don't align with yours, when y'all don't align, it ain't never gonna be, it's never gonna be smooth sailing. It's always gonna be a clash, because you're trying to fit into their life. They're trying to fit into your life, and reality of it is y'all lives just don't add up like that. Y'all, what y'all believe in is different. What y'all want is different. Y'all structures is different. Your day-to-day and what you want to do, and their day-to-day and what they want to do is way different. So that's the first thing. Who you around? Who are you around? And take the time, pause the video if you need to. Take the time to really sit and like write it down. Who am I around? And slowly but surely start to align your goals with their goals and see if they add up. I have a very tight circle, and even sometimes my tight circle, our goals aren't aligned. So I have to take my time and go this way. They have to take their time and go that way, and then we meet back because we real friends around here. We meet back because we real friends around here. But at the end of the day, when I need my time and they need their time, we take that, because unfortunately, love you down, but your goals don't align with mine. So right now, I can't chop it up with you. Right now, I can't vent to you. Right now, I can't talk to you, because you're going to be telling me something to knock me off my square, because that's not something that you believe in. Not for me. So I have to, in my own right, say, I need to take my time, go do what I got to do, and we can come back around when it's necessary, when the time is aligned right. So that's the first thing. Who are you around? Think about that. Think about who you're around, and think about, do y'all goals match up? And that's not to say that y'all need to be wanting to do the same thing at all. But the goals and the mindset have to match up. I didn't have many friends to begin with, but I have definitely scrapped some friendships off the board because of mindset. You're not trying to grow. You want to stay and do the same old things. You want to, and it's like, don't get me wrong, it's nothing wrong with living your life how you want to live your life. But if I'm about growth and you about staying where you at, you could be the coolest person in the world. You could be the funnest person in the world. But that doesn't align with me as a person. So now I'm going to hold myself back to be around the fun person, but I'm trying to grow and be the elevated person. It don't work. It don't work. So that being said, number one, who are you around? Number two, where are you at? I can't stress this enough. The moves that I'm trying to make and I'm going to make, because, you know, we got to manifest things over here. We got to speak it into existence. We got to talk as if it's happening. The move that I'm going to make out of state is the one move that out of anything else, tunnel vision. Because I know that for me, my place Where I'm at, where I grew up, where I'm from is holding me back because I don't like it here. You feel what I'm saying? I don't like being here. I'm not happy here. I don't feel like I can be and flourish the way I want to here. And sometimes your surroundings is what's keeping you stagnant. It's what's keeping you stuck. It's what's keeping you stuck in a place where you wondering why am I not growing? Why am I not improving? Why am I not doing this? Why hasn't the job offered me the promotion? Why am I not making more money? Why? Because you're in a place that you're not happy in. So now naturally you are mentally set on just getting by because you already just getting by where you're not happy. And I'm not saying that you should just uplift your life. Some people do, some people don't. You gotta do what works for you. Me personally, I don't mind uplifting my life and just moving on. Some people can't work like that, and that's okay. But then you need to come up with something that's going to allow you to make the move that you need to make at the end of the day. And sometimes that is also flourishing within where you're at. Where you're at could be why you're stagnant, but where you're at could also be where you need to flourish or where you need to heal something so that you can flourish and decide what you want to do next. So you have to decide to take a step back and say, how do I feel where I'm at? Is where I'm at making me happy? Is where I'm at keeping me content? Is where I'm at allowing me to keep striving and keep growing and keep going up and up and up and up and up? Because if it's not, then maybe you got to take a step back and say, why? Like, why am I happy here? Is this the place for me? And that don't just have to be where you live. That could be a job. If you work in a job and you wondering why, dang, I'm not moving up at all. Dang, I'm not nothing. When I tell you, I lie to y'all not. I quit a job. I got a full-time job working at a car dealership at 18. At 18. And after almost 3 years of working there, I quit. I didn't have another job lined up and then found out I was pregnant all of 2 weeks later, a week and a half later. Literally, I didn't have a job lined up. I didn't do any of that. But I knew in that moment that place was not for me. When I first started, it seemed great. And at the time at 18, it was great. I was able to work and make my money. I was able to buy my cars. I was able to get my apartment. I was able to do all those things. And in that moment of just being me and living my life the way I was then, it worked. But after a while, I'm not making no more money here. It's no real growth in this place. It's no promotion in this place. They actually try to make me lose money at the end of the day, or the people that were around me were very, very negative, okay, negative energy all the way around, and mentally I started checking out. And that is the worst thing that can happen when you start mentally checking out. Whether you notice it or not in the beginning, it's going to become evident. It's going to become evident. You are going to start checking out, and once you start checking out, you are going to either put yourself in a position where it's your last straw, or you so checked out that you're going to choose to stick and just stay and be stagnant. And that outside of just being stagnant because of other outside effects in your life, choosing to be stagnant based off just a choice of your own, personally, I feel like that's the worst thing you can do. I'd rather stuff be going on in your life make it stagnant rather than you choosing to just be stagnant. That's a different story. That's way different. You feel what I'm saying? So at the end of the day, you got to decide, like, no matter what it is, when I say where you're at, that's a job, that's where you live, that's who you hang out with, that's any of that. Are these places making me happy? Are these places keeping me stagnant? Are these places keeping me stuck in a place that I don't want to be? Are they? It's a simple question. Are they? And if they're not, then you're probably not as stagnant as you might feel like you are. You might have to find what other angle in your life is making you stagnant. But if it is, then you got to look at where you at. You got to look at what's around you. You got to look at who's around you. And decide from there what you're going to do. And then moving into number 3, mentally knowing your own self. You have to know who you are. You gotta know your morals and your goals and your wants outside of everybody else. And that is a big step to take. You grow up knowing the family morals. You grow up knowing the friendship morals of what everybody feels. It takes a lot to step out of that. I've had to do it. I've had to be the black sheep of the family because I had to step out on what I believed, what I felt was right. Yeah, your family might be used to dealing with stuff a certain way, but if you don't feel like that's the right way to handle it, then handle it the way that you feel is right. You feel what I'm saying? You can't choose to keep staying where everybody else wants to stay. My family in particular, we have had issues with just kind of letting time go by, letting time feel like it heals when time doesn't heal, or time doesn't always heal. Once you have to do the healing work and then let time do the rest. When stuff happens and you just let time go by, and then everybody just is something happens, so everybody gotta be around each other again. So now we all just kiki cool, and then now everybody talking again. Y'all didn't heal nothing. Y'all didn't talk about nothing. Y'all didn't get to the bottom of nothing. Y'all just let time go by and decided. But then when other things happen, now it's a big blow up. Now it's a big thing because you sweeping stuff under the rug. You sweeping stuff under the rug. You sweeping stuff under the rug. The rug at some point gonna lift off the ground. The rug at some point gonna come up, and we gonna be able to see everything under that rug. Now what it is what it is. Now we got to deal with everything at one time, and that's a lot. That's a lot on anybody because that's too many emotions. As a human, our brains don't even focus on that much at a time. So now you have every emotion from situations from 2 years ago, 3 months ago, 5 years ago, everything. And now it's a even bigger blow up that again is going to happen, and all this time going to go by. But for me, and my beliefs, after so many years of doing that, I'm a person who call it as it is and say what I gotta say now. And I know that sometimes that can be also confrontational. I know sometimes that can also be a conflict. But for me, to sweep it under the rug and let time go by wasn't good enough for me. I have to say what I have to say. I need to say what needs to be said. Because at the end of the day, if you're not hearing what I gotta say and I'm not hearing what you gotta say, and we not listening to comprehend each other, it's never gonna work. Communication isn't the strongest thing. It's understanding. We can communicate all day long, but if we're not communicating to understand, it's never getting anywhere. It's never gonna get anywhere. So that being said, you gotta know what you feel. You gotta know your morals. You gotta know what you feel as though is right, and you gotta go from there and then take that and move every day in life like that. You can't go by the family's decision. You can't go by the friend's decision. You can't go by what everybody else has been telling you all your life that you gotta do. No, if you gotta be the black sheep, if you gotta step out, then step out. Be the black sheep. It's cool because that could be what's keeping you stagnant. That could be what's making you stay so stuck in your life. Oh, I'm just going to deal with my family like this because this is just how we do it. No, you don't have to. You don't have to. You can literally choose. You are your own person in your own right. So therefore, you can choose to be your own person and choose to want to do stuff your own way. And that just be that. So at the end of the day, there's a list of reasons that you can be stagnant in your life. It really is. There's so many different things that can make you stagnant, and that's just touching on 3 things. And obviously, if y'all want to, y'all can let me know in the comments. I will do another video and we can talk about so many more. But I could talk about the ones that's definitely deep rooted in my life. And at the end of the day, those are things that I feel really are and have kept me stagnant. Those are things that I felt like, how I'm supposed to grow, how I'm supposed to do any of this stuff, because I'm stuck doing what everybody else want me to do. I'm stuck living a life everybody else want to live. I'm stuck settling. Are you settling? Reality of it is that's the best question to ask yourself. Are you settling? Whether that's for friendships, whether that's where you live, whether that's life, whether it's a job, are you settling? It could be a plethora of things, but ask yourself, well, no matter what you do, are you settling? Are you settling? Is it something that you are settling on and you're okay with settling on? You have a friendship, but you know that this friendship ain't giving nothing to you. You know it's not pouring into you. Are you just settling to just have a friend? You know that the job that you're at is not allowing you to grow. It's not allowing you to make more money. It's not allowing you to continue to grow in your professional world. Are you settling just to have a job? Are you settling just to say, okay, well, I'm working, so it ain't that deep? Are you settling to decide that your growth is not important? A question to ask. If where you're at keeps you feeling very unhappy, very depressed, very sad, you feel like you just stuck in emotions of a dark place because you don't want to be here, are you settling? Are you settling? And these are questions I've asked myself. And sometimes the answer has been, yeah, I did settle. Yeah, I did let it rock. Yeah, I did. And we not settling no more. It's 2024 about to be 2025. We not settling no more. We not settling for nothing. And if you gonna settle, you better make sure all the terms are in your favor. You better settle for everything that's in your favor. We not settling for less. We not settling for and this could be relationships. We not settling for the man or the woman that don't treat you the way you want to be treated. We not settling for the person who don't love you the right way. We not settling for that. We not settling for you gotta go through stuff and be cheated on in a relationship to understand like you could get through it. We not settling for that. Because at the end of the day, if you love me the right way, you wouldn't have stepped out on this. You feel what I'm saying? We're not settling for, it's okay to be a part-time parent. We're not settling for that. We not settling on, the job still is just paying your bills right now. So although you could get by, you ain't really getting by. You just having enough to survive the week. We not settling for that. There's so many things that naturally we gotta elevate. We gotta grow. We gotta say, nope, not happening. That's not enough. And we love a make it enough. We love a good Friday, but no, we not making it enough. We need everything on our plate that's meant for us. We need everything that's owed to us. People don't necessarily owe you nothing in this world, but you owe it to yourself. So since you owe it to yourself, you gotta say, you know what? I'm not settling for that. I know I'm worth more. I know I deserve more. I know that I have to grow and earn more. And that has to be a choice. So are you settling? Are you making that choice? Are you settling for a life that you don't want? Very simple question. Let me know in the comments how y'all feel, what's going on, and what y'all think. Are you settling? Are you not? And let me know. Let's discuss it. Let's figure it out. But anyway, I will be back with another video for sure. Thank you for watching. Like, comment, subscribe, all those great things, and we'll be back.